Welcome back once again, my dear students. Today we will start with genetics. In genetics, we have to study principles of inheritance or heredity and the principles of variations. In the very first slide, I have taken three images. Each of these images show parents and offsprings. Here, parents and offsprings, parents and offsprings. Okay, this offspring which has been produced as a result of reproduction between this rooster and hen, it is very much identical to these two parents. It is not identical to duck, from which it has not received the characters. This is heredity or inheritance. This chick is similar to these two parents because it has received the characters from these two parents. Although it is similar, okay, it is very much identical, but it does not show all the characters. It does not have all the characters similar to its parents. There are some characters which vary between this chick and its parents. This is known as variation. Same is the case with these human families. These two parents have produced the offsprings which are very much identical to them, and these two parents have given rise to these two offsprings identical to them. Okay, because they have received characters from these two parents, and these two offsprings have received characters from these two parents. This is inheritance. Okay, this is inheritance, and you will never find these two offsprings will be 100% similar to these two parents. Okay, ये जो दो offsprings है, ये वाले दो offsprings, they will never be 100% identical to their parents. This is variation. Okay. There are some questions in genetics. For example, why an elephant always gives rise to a baby elephant? Why doesn't it give rise to a calf of a cattle? Okay, एक elephant हमेशा elephant ही बनाएगा. It will never give rise to an offspring which resembles cattle. And why does a mango seed always form a mango plant? Why doesn't it give rise to an apple plant? Okay, because the mango seed, it contains an embryo, and this embryo has received characters from mango plant. It has not received the characters from apple plant. That is why it will give rise to a mango plant. Okay, and sometimes you will see the siblings or offsprings of parents, they are very much similar to each other, and sometimes they are so much different from each other. The reason for all these questions is heredity and variation. Okay, so we will study what is heredity and variation. That branch of biology which deals with the study of heredity and variation of characters from parents to offsprings, this is known as genetics. The term genetics was given by William Bateson in 1905. So first of all, what is heredity? Heredity is a process of transmission of characters from parents to offsprings, either via asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. Okay, so we should be knowing what is a character. Character is any feature of an organism. These characters are controlled by genes. Okay, gene is a fragment of DNA. We have to discuss it. For example, the different characters include height, skin color, 5 fingers in our hands, 2 eyes. Okay, say for example there are two parents and both of these parents are tall. The offspring, it will be tall because it has received this character from its parents. Now the second thing is variation. Variation is the degree, it is the extent by which progeny differs from their parents. And variations may be in terms of morphology, physiology, cytology, and behavior of individuals belonging to same species. Okay, for example, आपने देखा होगा humans, although they resemble to each other in terms of their morphological features, but they do differ from each other in some characters. Okay, these are variations. There are two types of variations, somatic variations and germinal variations. Those variations which are present in the body cells or somatic cells, they are known as somatic variations. Somatic variations are acquired by organisms after birth and end with their death. जब एक organism when an organism is born, it acquires some somatic variations. These variations are present in the body cells, and when the organism dies, these variations are lost. These are not transmitted to the next generation. Okay, you have to remember that those variations which are present in the somatic cells or body cells of an organism, they are known as somatic variations. These variations are never transmitted to the next generation. Now the germinal variations, those variations which occur in our germ cells or sex cells, they are known as germinal variations. Sex cells include eggs and sperms. Okay, these variations are heritable. जब एक sperm और एक egg fuse होते हैं, they will give rise to zygote, and zygote later on forms the embryo. Okay, the variations which were present in this sperm and the egg, they are now present in the offspring. These are known as germinal variations. Okay, germinal variations are those variations which are present in germ cells, and these variations are heritable. That means they can be passed on to the next generation. Now there are two types of germinal variations. One is known as discontinuous variation, and second one is known as continuous variation. In discontinuous variations, the phenotypic differences for a trait fall into two or more discrete classes. For example, आपके पास एक pea plant है, and that pea plant can be either tall or it can be either dwarf. There is nothing intermediate between tall and dwarf. Okay, or you have a pea plant, one pea plant has yellow colored flowers and another pea plant has red colored flowers. These represent two discrete classes for this trait, for this flower color. For flower color, you have two discrete classes. One represents yellow color and second one represents red color. Okay, this is discontinuous variation. There is nothing intermediate between yellow and red. Now the continuous variations. In continuous variations, there is a range of phenotypes for a particular trait. For example, हम height की बात करेंगे, human height. Okay, human beings में one individual you will find it is 7 feet, another 6.5, another 5.6, 7.5. You do not have discrete classes for this trait. Okay, this is known as continuous variation. इसी तरह हमारा skin color है. Our skin color varies. We don't have some discrete classes of skin color. Okay, हमारा skin color जो है, it varies from organism to organism. They are not individual to individual. There are not specific or discrete classes of skin color. इसी तरह हमारा जो weight है, it is present in the form of a range of categories. Okay, we have a range of weights. We do not have some specific class of weights. This is all about heredity and variation. I hope you all understand this. Thank you and stay blessed.